Welcome to a special edition of Billiards Digest Live. One of the biggest professional pool tournaments got underway earlier this week in Atlantic City, and our industry insider Mike Pinozzo is on site with a report. Hey Mike, how's everything going there?
Good, Becky. How are you doing?
Doing well.
Good, yeah. I'm out here at Harrah's in Atlantic City for the 46th U.S. Open 9-ball championship, the longest running professional major tournament there is, and for my money, still the biggest title in the sport.
Absolutely.
There were 256 players here, $300,000 prize purse, and double elimination to the final 64, and then 60 single elimination from that point on. Been a lot of action already, lots to catch you up on.
Great. So Shane Van Boening came in as a favorite this week. Tell us, what are the chances of him capturing his sixth title there?
Not as good as they were earlier this morning.
Okay.
He won his first two matches and then lost this afternoon to Holland's Marco Tucher 9-5. So a pretty surprising loss there. He's still just one win away from making it to that single elimination final 64. And at that point, it's all bets are off. He's got as good a chance as anybody left at that point. So he's, teetering a little bit, but I still expect him to make the typical Shane Van Boening run. Shane Van Boening never finishes out of the top 16 in any event. So, and he's not the only American who's still in and doing well. A lot of Americans done well the last couple of days. Still on the winner's side is Sky Woodward, who's playing right now, Chris Reinhold, Oscar Dominguez, BJ Ussery, Tyler Steyer, Corey Deuel is also undefeated at this point. He beat former world champion Ping Chung Ko yesterday. He's still alive. Still alive on the loser's side is Shane, as well as Billy Thorpe, Lucas Picasso Werner, and Earl Strickland, as well as young Sam Henderson. So, lots to play for here with the American players. And of course, as you know, Becky, Mosconi Cup implications are all over the place here with these players from the U.S. as well as the players from Europe.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds like it. So speaking of Europe, how about Sanchez Ruiz? How's he looking to defend his title?
Yeah, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, interestingly enough, was at a tournament in Asia and had to come home early and miss an event before the U.S. Open for some health issues. But I talked to him today, and he said those are all behind him. He's solid. He's ready to go. He's ready to get after defending his title. He's playing right now as well. One of the big upsets here has been Anton Raga, who was the runner-up from the Philippines in the European Championship. He lost two of his first three matches and was out of the tournament. So real surprise there.
Yeah.
Perhaps the biggest match of the day, for me at least, was Sam Henderson, young man on his 17th birthday, defeated former World Pool Master runner-up Loho Sum, and now Sam Henderson at 17 is one win away from making the final 64 single elimination, which is fantastic.
Oh, wow. That is too cool. I remember Sam actually playing in our junior championships before.
He did. He's a great young player, great young kid. We talked to him during our show out in Las Vegas.
Yep.
A lot of fun to watch. A lot of players here, a lot of commentators here, pundits here, high on his future.
Awesome. Very cool. So what else do we have going on there?
Well, we did get a chance earlier today to sit down with Matchroom head Emily Fraser and kind of talk to her a little bit about the history of the U.S. Open, bringing it here to Atlantic City, reaching broader audiences these days. So here's what she had to say.
Here on the site of the U.S. Open in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and here with Emily Fraser from Matchroom Multisport, Matchroom Pool, World 9-Ball Tour, all that other stuff that goes along with it.
WPNPC.
WPNPC, my favorite acronym.
Say that after a few margaritas
Yeah, I would
and see
think
where
so.
you stand.
I would think so. So, fantastic event, third year here, and tell me about the build up. Tell me about the build out. Tell me what you see so far.
Yeah, we always have quite a big build up coming into AC in this event because I don't know why, but the arena always feels a lot more special than some of the other events, some of the other open events that we do. I think obviously with the history and the prestige of the tournament, and the Bermans always coming in and obviously still here watching the event with Shannon and Brady and their children and things.
Yeah.
It's lovely to see from day one. You know, Aaron and all sort of walking around, so it's brilliant. But I think we found a home with the US Open here in Atlantic City. We've got some really good partners on the ground with Caesars Entertainment and the Atlantic City Sports Commission, and it's now about expanding on that. So we've sold out the final for this Saturday. We sold it out last year more the last couple of days leading up to, but we actually came into this week already sold out for Saturday. You know, people are asking, well, can I get a ticket for Saturday? We're like,
Yeah.
no,
No,
full.
sorry.
So the plans for moving forward, and similar to what we have done with the Moscone Cup, is let's increase the arena.
Right.
So already for next year, we've got our date set in the calendar. We'll be announcing that this week on air. And we have a ticket plan already that we are looking to expand the seated arena. But in 2 years' time, I want to be sitting here with an 1,000 capacity, similar to what we had at the European Open in Fulda. Really big atmosphere. You know, the atmosphere is always great here at the US Open, but a huge atmosphere, huge arena. And let's just keep growing on that each year. And the Moscone has built this electric and incredible sort of setup because everyone knows when it is.
Right.
Everyone knows where it is in the calendar. They know where it's roughly going to be, well, what kind of continent. And it should be the same with the US Open. We found a home for it. Great.
It's important to have that consistency of venue to be able to build over time, be able to build that following. People know where to go, when to go. I mean, the original US Open was in Norfolk, New Jersey. Not the hotbed in America, but everybody knew when it came to October, you were going to Norfolk, Virginia to watch the US Open.
Exactly, and that's always been one of our flaws in Matchroom Pool, was that we kind
Moving too much.
Yeah, we're moving too much, and I think it's not through because we don't know what we're doing or we want to move. It's because we were trying to find the right places and we're finding the right ways to make it work. So sometimes we go somewhere and it just doesn't work. So what's the point in staying there? Let's go somewhere where it can build, and it does work for this event. So we found a home in Atlantic City at Harrah's Resort. It works really well. So now let's select the dates. Let's get some better dates in the diary, and we do. We have the next set of dates ready for the next 3 years. And let's keep increasing the arena and let everyone know that when you come to 2024, you know when the US Open is. You've already got your
And
tickets.
you better get your
booked.
tickets now.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're going to sell out.
The final will sell out.
So very exciting already. Today's kind of big moving day. You know, the winner's bracket, the final 64 will be fleshed out by the end of the day. And so a lot of excitement building. Obviously, Moscone Cup implications for both Europe and the US going on here. Can you kind of feel that in the air with the players?
Not with the players, but with the captains.
The captains? Yeah, pretty dramatic for Jeremy. And Ralph Eckert is here at the event.
Yeah, it's really great. So Ralph is here, and he's also coming to the Hanoi Open because the Hanoi Open is the
final points
the last
event.
straw.
Yeah.
You know, that's the last chance, your last chance saloon. And JJ's already going, so, you know, when have I got to pick my wild cards? And Ralph's, I keep watching what matches Ralph is looking and what matches he's watching.
Who's got his eye on.
Yeah, I sent a really funny video to we have like a group WhatsApp chat for multisport, and I sent a WhatsApp chat and it was Albin and Josh, and they were just hanging around Ralph like a bad smell.
I said he's getting free dinners all week.
Yeah.
That I know.
Yeah, I know.
That I know.
It definitely was a coincidence, but it was quite funny. But yeah, it's exciting to see. I feel like the players are just, whenever you ask them about Moscone before they're playing in a major like this, they're just like, my eyes are just on this US Open prize, because the US Open is big enough as it is, and each of these open events now have their own title. Even the Hanoi Open, it's the last qualification, but it has its own title.
Right.
And I think that will be such a tough field that players will just want to win that regardless of the Moscone. So it's like a little extra bonus, isn't it? But it's more in the captains that I feel the tension.
Tomorrow starts also the, as you get down to the final 64, the television builds up for all the key matches the rest of the way through. You've got broader reach at this event than you've had in the past. Tell us a little about that.
Yeah, so obviously all of our open events, we live stream the first 4 days and TV broadcast the final 2. Now, I think live stream's probably it's the wrong word to use for it,
right,
because I think our production's actually a lot better than, you know, like a live stream.
Yes.
And because of that, we've actually noticed, and well, we've been selling the first 4 days of double elimination to our broadcasters for their platforms. And this is the biggest event where we've had the most broadcasters take all 6 days. Normally, it's Matchroom Live, YouTube for the first 4 days, double elimination, and then they all take the final 2 days. All of a sudden, we've got Viaplay, we've got DAZN there, and our other international broadcasters taking those first 4 days. So players are going, oh, it's not on YouTube, and it's because it's on your TV at home.
Yeah.
Which is really good, because it says something about, first of all, the demand. Okay, there's demand to actually schedule that in for all 6 days rather than the 2 days. A lot of broadcasters find it hard to schedule 6 long days of 9-ball pool.
Yeah.
So for them to actually be taking those first 4 days shows that there's demand and there's interest for it. We saw a really good reach out of Sport 1 in Germany for the first day of this event, which we're looking into the data for that, and that's phenomenal. So now it's a case of how do we keep expanding on that and turn this into a worldwide event, which is getting there. We forget about the TV broadcast sometimes when you're in the arena.
Yeah, you do.
There's a lot of eyeballs watching this.
So in the U.S., fill us in again. For the next 2 days, they can watch on DAZN. They can also watch on Matchroom Live.
Yeah.
And YouTube.
I would say the best thing you could do is go to matchroompool.com and you literally select US Open. It says where to watch, and it's got all of the territories of what countries you can watch it in. So if you are in Germany, you can watch it on Sport 1.
If you're in the US, you can watch it on several. You can watch several tables at one time through the different platforms. Two platforms, right?
Okay. Unless there's some cameras dotted around it, I don't know about. On DAZN, you can watch it. You can watch both tables. Matchroom Live, you can watch both tables. So there really is, if you're sitting there, this is accessible to watch. It's accessible to come and watch in the arena and to watch every single table, and it's accessible, more importantly, at home to watch. So I'd say just go to Matchroom Pool, you'll see all the list of broadcasters on there, and it's really straightforward. And if your broadcaster isn't listed, it's YouTube or Matchroom Live.
Perfect. I will make sure that I watch the rest of the matches. Thanks very much for being with us.
Thank you.
Okay.
What a great interview with Emily. Sounds like our players need to go to matchroompool.com to find out where they can watch for the rest of this week.
Yeah, they can go to matchroompool.com. You can go to YouTube, Matchroom Pool Live. Also DAZN, obviously, which is a subscription-based platform. Right. But a lot of opportunities there to watch. Tomorrow will still be Matchroom Live and DAZN as they break into the final 64 single elimination. Friday and Saturday will be DAZN only for the table when they move to the single table format here. So they've got 2 tables going all the time right now and tomorrow, and then single table on Friday and Saturday. Nice. So they're getting down to it. Tonight they'll have the redraw for the final 64. We'll see where everybody falls in. Hoping for a lot of big finishes from U.S. players, American players, and showing their stuff in their home country. And again, Mosconi Cup implications aplenty for both sides. Ralph Eckert from Team Europe and Jeremy Jones from Team USA, both here, both pacing the arena, checking out what's going on. We're hoping soon to be able to pull Jeremy aside and kind of get his thoughts on what he's seen. Anybody who's jumping out at him is getting a hot hand at the right time of year. So there's a lot to play for these days.
Awesome. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Thanks, Mike. We appreciate you coming live with us today, and we look forward to some more updates.
We'll see you soon.
All right. Thanks, Mike.